it's Dana Sacco here, and today what I'm going to discuss is time management and hourly packages. This is actually two different things, and let me go ahead and mute my thing because of I've got something playing in the background, but I wanted to really talk to you about this because it's been brought up a couple times. And one of the things that I realized is that people are stuck on these hourly packages, which I want you to think about something. A 10-hour per month package, and don't get me wrong, I sold these, and I sold the crap out of them. My rate was $450 a month, and that was for 10 hours. Until you get to 10 hours is going to equal 30 minutes per day. And then if you think about it, that's Monday, Tuesday, that's 1 hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours per week per person, right? So 30 minutes per day isn't a hell of a lot of time when you're working on someone's stuff. So what would actually happen when I dealt with 10 hours? And I can tell you right now, I sold one package that was over 10 hours per month. One. Everyone else went for the cheapest option. Well, what would happen is that I did not have things laid out in my system, in my contract that says that, you have to use them per week. And so people would be sitting there and they would hold on to all those hours. Like, okay, you still have 6 hours left. You still have 7 hours left. And they would throw them at me on the last day of the month or the last week of the month, right? And they're like, well, you haven't done anything. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You didn't send me anything until the last week of the month. And if I have 8 clients that would do that, so you've got 8 clients that have, say, 8 hours, that's 64 hours. Like hell, I'm working 64 hours in 1 month, right? Or in 1 week. So I'm not going to do that. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to do that. So there's a couple ways that you could do this. Say, you could set it up as a package that I will manage your emails, which may include organizing them, answering them, responding to them, cleaning out your email box, whatever, per month for $400. Makes perfect sense. All right. That's one thing that you could do. So that, and yeah, some days it might take you 15 minutes. Some days it might take you longer, but you've got it. And this is what you're doing. I will manage them from Monday through Friday minus holidays. Always take off holidays and say, okay, this is when I'm going to manage them. This is what I've got, right? So you're good to go there. Then what you have is you have a package versus hours, so that people won't do that. Now, if you want to do the hours, fine, do the hours. However, what I want you to put in your contract is that you're required, if you do not send me information by Monday of what I need to do each week, this is X number of hours per week. They do not roll over. Rollover is non-existent. It should not be used. Why should rollover not be done? Because again, you get into the same situations. And I'll actually do a whole video about rollover, but guys, I want you to do the math. If you give them up to 10% of their hours and you have 8 clients, that is another 8 hours that you could have gotten a whole nother client. So what would you rather do? Have a whole nother client or, be making up for people because they couldn't send you a bunch of stuff? It's not your responsibility to go chasing their stuff to do. It's not your responsibility. So don't take that part on as yourself. Now, the second part I really wanted to talk to you about is time management. And this rolls into the question I asked about how many hours do you want to work a week? And I know someone said that they're comfortable working 40 hours a week. That's awesome. I am not. I have no desire to work more than 5 hours a day. 4 to 5 hours a day. That's 25 hours per week. Good enough for me. And that can take on so many different things. So let me show you guys my screen for a second. Okay. So this is, and let me put this down here. This is, I really wish I could make myself smaller. in this, but okay, we're going to go with this. So this is actually my personal calendar. I do not use this calendar, but it kind of shows you my days off. It shows you things that I threw in here that are shared. We'll go over here. I've got a bunch of calls. I've got a bunch of stuff going in over here. You know, this one, I'm out of office all week, so I can get everything completed before I have to go do some personal stuff. But what I would do on something like this, all right, I work at some ungodly hour in the morning. No, I did not always work like that. But what I would actually do is, let me say I want to work from 6 to 7 on my email management clients. Why? Because I want to get everything done before they start at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Let me go ahead and do that. Yes. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually change this. Well, I'll just change the color to green money. I know it's weird, but I'm not busy. I can be free. Now I can time block it to where I am busy so that I don't schedule calls at that time. I'm not going to have anyone scheduling calls during 6 a.m. to 7, so I'm not really worried about that part. And this can actually go, and I'll do this and copy it for every day of the week. You know, I'm going to handle these people Monday through Friday, right? So I just repeat it. It's not that big of a deal. That's how I'll do it. It's instead every weekday, and that's it. Now I know from 6 to 7, my time is dedicated to those people. And I go through and I would do this for each of my clients or each of my types of clients. Now, another way to do it can be a lot more generic. Instead of doing that, and I always tell people, take breaks. Don't work for 3 hours at a time without taking a break. Schedule those breaks in. You can see on here, out of office from 12 to 1. This actually will extend throughout the summer, is that I am completely out of the office between 12 and 1. Why? Because I'm having lunch. Schedule those times. I'm out of the office on these days. These are the only days that I am taking phone calls throughout the summertime. I'm not taking calls on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays. You'll see a couple things in here that might show you a couple calls, but they're not actually in there. Like Lorianne, if you guys know her, she's my ops manager. She's awesome. We have a standing call at 2 o'clock on Mondays to catch up with everything and what's going on with everything here. So then the next thing is you're going to go through and say, okay, well, here, from here, client work. And just make it generic so that you know you're working that hour. Now, I even broke it down at some point where I would say, okay, from here to here, I'm working on client A. Save. Then I take a break for 15 minutes, client B. Then take a break, client C. Now, if they've got an hour per day, that is a 20-hour per month contract, right? So you can see how many clients you can fit in here if you did move this one, move it up, move up. Well, it doesn't want to. We're going to move that to 7. You know, I can actually move it to 6:45. There we go. It wants to move up there. And then we're going to edit that one so that it's to 7:15. So you can see how many clients you can kind of squeeze into this entire thing, or just client work. You know, I'm working from here to here, here to here. And sometimes I've even told people, let's see, if we want them half an hour. So 1, 2, 3, this is 10 hours per month contracts. So you can see I'm not working, you know, I'm only working within 2 hours with some breaks in between. And I've got 3 clients. So you can double that triple that, whatever you want to do for 10-hour per month contracts. But you can see how exhausting that can be. And look at how many clients you need to have to be making the type of money that you need to be making. And that's exhausting. That is exhausting. You're constantly jumping from client to client. And we all know that there are clients that do not do stuff that we want them to do. And let's see. That. So you can kind of see how you can structure your schedule, but you can also see how many clients you want. If these 3 clients are each paying me, we're going to say $25 an hour. We're going to go very basic general admin starter package for $250 per month. So that's 3 people. That's only $750 a month. And to some people that might seem a lot, but then take a look at it. You've got $750 per month and you're like, yay, I'm done by 7. I can do more of these. Fine. Now you're only a little bit over 1,000, you're $1,500 a month. You guys need to think about where your packages need to go from there. You need to increase them. You can see how exhausting this can be with multiple clients like that. Instead, if I had a client that we'll stick with hourly rates, okay? And let me do a little bit of math here. If I want to have a client that does, we're going to do 40 hours a month divided by 4, that's 10 hours a week. That's 2 hours a day. So if a 40-hour client, 40 times, again, we're doing basic, that's $1,000 per month at 2 hours per day. So now if you have that, and again, you don't want to work 10 hours a day. Guys, you do not want to work 10 hours a day. So, because that's 50 hours per week, right? So look at how your price needs to increase from there. Now you have this, say if you went ahead and did that, and you had a 40-hour per month client, again, that's only 2 hours per day. And that could be like a higher end social media client that you want to do engagement, that you want to do other things, that you're managing their life. Should be no more than 2 hours a day. If you are managing their life on a completely different schedule, then up it to $2,000 a month. $1,800. That's $45 an hour, guys. And you're handling their life. And if their life is not worth $1,800 per month, and you can see if you have a couple of those clients, you can work less hours. And even if you don't even need them 2 hours a day, say an hour a day, that's 20. So you're still at that $800 a month for one client, which is a lot less hassle and a lot of, by time management, by time blocking, you can figure out what's going to work best for you. And you can also say, hey, do you want this? One of the things I debated on doing, and I did not do it, guys. I didn't do it, but I bet it would work. Hey, do you want my 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. slot? Or do you want my 8 to 9 a.m. slot or my 7 to 8 a.m. slot? Which one works best for you so that I can get all your stuff done before you even head into the office? Holy crap, that would be awesome, And then they know when you're working on stuff for them, that if they send you something later that afternoon, you won't be getting it till you're in their time slot, right? So they're booking the time with you. So you can see how this can work for people, and you can see how you can kind of upgrade your skills and upgrade just by how you're offering it, by how you're offering your package. It can definitely increase your pricing. So guys, I hope that helps a little bit, and you can kind of see how you can work with this whole time management thing and time blocking to be able to increase how you do it and increase your rates. Because all of a sudden you're going to see to yourself, holy crap, I don't want to work that many hours, because that gets exhausting. And guys, we need to have a life. I don't care you need to have a life. Everyone needs a life. It's too big, it's too important, and it's too damn short to be sitting here on the computer all the time. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.